All right, welcome everybody. Here we are in San Diego. Landed here yesterday. Great flight into San Diego from Palm Springs yesterday. We're going to do another full flight video. I know, can you believe it? Hey, it's the week before Christmas and COVID's raging. So I'm home on a Monday afternoon and by golly, I'm going to do a full flight video. I am using the Xbox recording software. I have noticed some audio problems. A little static sometimes creeps in here and there. I don't know why. I use the NVIDIA recording software. The quality's better. The audio quality's better anyway. But this file size is too big, or it's annoyingly big. So anyway, we'll see what happens. But here we are in San Diego. Longitude's looking beautiful. 3 Bravo Whiskey. And this is the first time that I've manually inputted the flight path in the setup page. Normally I just pick a point of origin, pick a destination, select low or high altitude IFR, it populates it with the appropriate waypoints, and I adopt those along with any standard instrument departure or standard terminal approach. This time, this is a good testament to airport familiarity. The approach that the sim wanted to adopt was hazardous, just based on my familiarity with the area. I'll try to point this out mid-flight, but basically it just brought us in over the Santa Ana Mountains at a altitude that I just deemed to be unsafe from my experience. So I inputted another approach that I've used before that takes us along the coast. It's a short flight, 100 miles. It takes us along the coast. We actually pass the airport. It'll be off to our right. Then turn inland and turn towards runway 20 right. So it bypasses these mountains that I'm talking about, which I'll point out. Looks like somebody's taken off. That's sweet. Anyway, let's get up on the flight deck and let's get started with our startup procedures. First and foremost, we'll fix the camera because, as usual, it's defaulting to something that's not useful. All right, battery and generators. Make sure everything looks good here. Flow norm, bleed, APU bleed, normal, bleed isolate. These are all inoperative buttons right now, but still you go through the motions. Start our APU. Wait for that to come up to 100%. Go ahead and set our altitude selector at 16,000 feet. It's such a short flight, but it's 100 miles, just like our flight from Palm Springs to San Diego yesterday. So we're going to do, and we did 16,000 feet yesterday, so we're going to do it again.
System test. Okay.
There's the voice. Vertical speed, we'll set at 3,500. We are taking off to the west today. And our APU is 97, 98, 90, 100. Okay, good. Let's start our right engine. That happened right there. Start our right engine. Okay, we'll let that spool up. Take off release our parking brake so we can get pushed back here, although it doesn't really appear that we need it. Still using the modified scenery here in San Diego. It looks beautiful. Look at those buildings. My goodness gracious. Wait for that right engine to spool up. While we're doing that, we'll calibrate our altimeter. 2.996. Get our recognition lights on, along with our anti-collision lights. I don't know if we're being pushed back or not. Who can say? Anyway, we're over here with the jets. Oh, those beauties. Look at those. That one's actually got a call sign on it. Nice. Or a registration tail number. Okay. We'll let them keep pushing us back. We're waiting for this to get to almost to 60%, just about there. Go ahead and activate our flight directors on both windows. And go over here. Nav source FMS, bearing 1 GPS. Speed bugs. Set BY 195. 19. Not having any luck on the 9 button. Okay, that's good. Back this up. We'll set our minimums for John Wayne for this type of aircraft is 2 55. John Wayne's basically at sea level. It's 56 feet above sea level. Excited to do this flight. I've never landed at John Wayne in the Longitude. Landed there a million times in the TBM. But it'll be exciting to see how this handles it. It's a short runway, 5,600 feet, comparatively short. The largest airplane that lands there, to my knowledge, is the Boeing 757. Okay, we'll set our nav 1. I already just memorized the ILS frequency for John Wayne. Runway 20 right, it's 111.75. But keep in mind, I hand inputted this, so as far as the sim is concerned, luckily I don't have to deal with ATC, so they're not going to be bitching at us too much. As far as ATC is concerned, this is just a VFR flight. So they don't know that I plan to land ILS 20 and fly at 16,000 feet, but screw them. Let's start our left engine now. Okay, let's make sure that's coming up. Yes, it is. Set our speed, 195. Okay, hear that engine spooling up beautifully. Set our pitot heat. Okay, that's pretty much it. Get our taxi lights on. All right, our control column back. And we are ready to roll. Oh, flaps last thing. Okay, we'll ready our timer as well. We won't start it yet, but we'll leave it there. Okay, this is a short trip, just 1 kilometer, 0.6 of a mile to runway threshold. Let's go. Make sure our parking brake's released. Yes, it is. Engines are both going. Drive through these clowns who didn't get out of the way. That's their problem. Beautiful downtown San Diego, a beautiful day. Warm day today in Southern California. Can't speak to San Diego, but in my backyard right now it's 74 degrees. They want us taking off a runway 27. Zoom in here. You can see how the level of detail at the airport is much greater than usual. Hence, you may notice a little more stuttering. Because of that, it's trying to render a great deal more data. Here we are, taxiing our little way along to come over to here, or here, get out onto that runway. Beautiful sunlight, just gorgeous. Look at downtown. God. It's great. They got the jet blast shield that's really there at Lindy. That's cool. Stop on the bars. There's a crowded airport with lots of traffic. We'll make sure nobody's going to land on top of us or take off into us, as the case may be. And we'll start off on our flight back home, my home airport, John Wayne, Orange County. Okay, we got our clearance. Let's go ahead and activate our landing lights. Pulse light on. Get ready to have all this set to go. Sync that heading bug as soon as we line up. Everything else looks good. All right, here we go. Make sure nobody's coming. See anybody out there? I see somebody. he's a ways out. And we got our clearance. So let's get out there and get up in the sky. How's that sound?
Approaching runway 27. Enter runway 27. 9,200 feet remaining.
Okay. All right, we're all on the active runway now. Getting lined up just a little bit better. Okay. Using these pedals. Okay, let's start our timer. Okay. Winds appear to be off from our left, so not much of a headwind. This could be pushing us around a little bit on this, so seatbelts fastened, all right? Sink our heading bug. Let's go. Already feeling that wind. Airspeed's alive, we're at 70 knots. Oh boy, we're gonna get pushed around. 100 knots. Woo, this wind's all over the place. 130, 150, and rotate. Bam. Positive rate, you're up. Autopilot engaged. Auto throttle engaged. Flaps retracted. Engage nav mode. Start our right turn. That's goodbye San Diego. Zoom out here on the MFD. Seems to have imported the flight plan just fine. Engage the FLC. Turn our landing lights off first. Engage the FLC. Increase our speed. Now that we're over the water, set it at 240 for now. Get a little more light here in the cockpit. Okay, well that went all right. I'll take it. It was windy there on takeoff. Look at that screenshot. Look at that. Oh. Okay, this is just going to be such a short flight that we're not going to have a lot of time to dally. Nothing in the way of winds up here. 3 knots from the northeast. Okay, we're coming up above 10,000 now, so we'll increase the FLC's selected airspeed. Set it at 330. There we go. Boy, we're gonna already getting destination ADIS information. So I was really interested to see that it was possible to input this flight plan. I inputted this flight plan myself. I added the waypoints. Echo, Gopher, Mamoto, SLI, which is Seal Beach, and then the standard. These are I know this approach to 20 right very well. Snake, Hook'em, Lemon. Snake 3,400 feet, Hook'em 2,800 feet, and Lemon 2,200 feet. It's about a 12-mile final. But I noticed that in previous times I've done this, the sim has me gonna go way out here, farther north than the planes really do. Like over here, this yellow, this portion right here is Chino Hills State Park. They don't really go that far north before they turn south. This is basically what they do. The only thing that might be present itself on this one is that it might put us over Disneyland, which is a permanent TFR, so might have to deviate a little bit on that, if that is an issue. Because I am looking at the ForeFlight app, and it does appear as though we're going to be flying over Disneyland. So actually, this presents a unique opportunity to try something, and that is to add a waypoint to the flight plan. Let's wait for this to populate. Just see if this works. I'm hesitant to do it, but I have airport familiarity, so there's something to be said for that. There we go. Okay, so what I was going to suggest we do is that after SLI, but before Snake, we input KFUL, which is Fullerton Municipal, because that'll keep us out of the TFR. Let's see if that worked. This could be a cool thing. Ah, it worked! Nice, so let me do the same thing. You see how before we were going straight from SLI to Snake, and that took us right over Disneyland, which would have had the well, we would have had some questions. We would have definitely had some questions if we had, we would have had like people with badges and guns waiting for us. Anyway, by inputting KFUL after KSLI but before Snake, it allows us to deviate around the Disneyland TFR, which they take very seriously. So let me just enter on my FPL on the ForeFlight app, prior to Snake but after SLI, insert before Snake KFUL. There we go. Bingo. Now you can't see my ForeFlight app, but I have us go now going nicely around just to the northwest and north of Disneyland instead of right over Disneyland. So this is cool because I've not yet had, I certainly haven't in the Longitude had an occasion to modify a flight plan. So that's fun. As I said, flying right along the California coast. This great area right here that's empty, you might wonder, like here's giant San Diego County, and this way, over here is Orange County. Why is this area all empty? Well, that's Camp Pendleton, which is obviously a military reservation. You can just see right here that those are the mountains, the Santa Ana Mountains, specifically Santiago Peak right there, Majestic Peak right now. Santiago Peak's at 5,600 feet. Anyway, they wanted me to fly this way, right over these, before I turn towards John Wayne, and I just knowing the altitudes I need to be at on this approach, and in point of fact, living under one of the waypoints in real life that's on the final approach into John Wayne. It's I'm always watching these planes flying over my house, and there's no way, Jose, that you're going to see a Longitude flying, 800 AGL above these mountains. I know, because I watch them day in and day out. Nobody's flying a plane like this 800 feet above peaks. Now it happens that the weather today is perfect. And this is sort of a classic December day. There's somebody just flew past us, this guy right here. Well above. Anyway, classic Southern California December day. 73 degrees now outside. 4:10 p.m. I think we'll be on the ground in about 13 minutes. Short flight, that's for sure. maybe 14 minutes. Anyway, we're 60 miles now from the airport, and our standard approach procedure would require, if we had working ATC, they would be abiding by this, would require us to be, since we're at 16,000 feet, at about 53 miles. Same as yesterday's flight. So 53 miles will initiate our descent. There's Catalina Island there. Beautiful sunset. Not quite sunset, but getting there. Okay, 56 nautical miles now, just about ready to start our descent. I am anxious about landing on the 5,600-foot long runway. I hope things work out all right. Still nothing in the way of wind. That's nice. And that's true. Outside, it's very still. Clear skies, but still. Happy winter solstice, by the way. And we'll go out. We have perfect weather tonight to watch the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter, so I'm looking forward to that. All right, we're going to go ahead and set our altitude selector down to minimums. Whoops. We'll just set it at 300. Ooh, so sensitive. Okay, and then we'll start slowing. Set our vertical speed. We'll start our descent. 2,000 feet per minute. Send it 300 knots. Let's check something here. Okay. Just off the coast of Newport Beach, right here. Lido Island. Balboa. There it is. Fashion Island right there. The Back Bay, as it's known. There's our airport. There's my mountain, as I call it. Saneo Peak, Majestic Peak. Black Star Canyon right here. Love it. Just love it. There's our runway. Okay. 40 miles now and 13,000 feet. Continue slowing. Obviously, I've said before repeatedly, we want to be at 250 at 10,000 feet, so we shouldn't have any problems there. Altimeters are reporting 29 or 902. A little skeptical about that, but that's what they're saying. Continue slowing. Increase our descent rate slightly. Go ahead and switch bearing 1 over to nav 1. We should have... Oh, this got fucked up again. God, that's annoying. We should have... There we go. There's our ILS data. You see how this number is actually increasing? 6.2, 6.4. That's because we're flying away from the airport. See? I can attest to the fact, my own eyes, that the airplanes are landing at runway 20 right in John Wade right now. Because I can hear them going over my house. Long Beach, downtown Long Beach right here, Convention Center. Spruce Goose, Palos Verdes, Long Beach Airport. LAX, you can see the rabbits over in LAX. I just love flying into my home airport. Okay, turning right now at SLI. We are below... Ooh, we're stuttering here big time. I don't know what this is all about. Big time stuttering. Wow. Holy cow.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Man,
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
that was bad.
Landing
That's
gear.
stuttering.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Slow down to
Landing gear.
200 knots.
Gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Wait for the
Landing
speed
gear.
brake to bring the
Landing
throttle up to
gear.
gear.
Landing gear.
Up to speed, I should say.
Landing gear.
No pun intended.
Landing gear.
Come on.
Landing gear.
There we go. Okay, so now we're headed to KFUL. This is the Santa Ana River. We're 28 miles and 7,600 feet, so we're actually lower than we need to be.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Let's bring that back. That actually was not necessary. Yeah, you want to be 6,020. And specifically, we know we want to be at 180.
Landing gear.
Specifically, we know that at Hookham, we want to be at 3,400 feet.
Landing gear.
I mean, sorry, Snake. Snake. Snake right here. We want to be at 3,400 feet. And we're at 6,900 feet right now. Here's Fullerton, KFUL. Passing over that, we'll start our right turn. 25 miles, 6,800 feet. Beautiful. Beautiful conditions here. I mean, just incredible visibility. Downtown LA's out there somewhere, but we're going to miss it because we're turning right. Okay, we're headed to Snake. Start some flaps here, 1 notch. There's my house, up there somewhere. Actually, right about there. It's a retention basin right there. There's the big A. I don't know if you can make it out. Just barely see the right there. That's cool. The big A, Angel Stadium. Looking good so far. When we get, as we approach Snake, I'll switch FMS or nav source over to nav 1 instead of FMS. Nav 1. Making that right turn. This is the approach that I watch airplanes make. I mean, John Wayne's not the hugest airport on the planet, but it's a big airport. It gets 8.5 million people a year, so. Put those landing lights on. Start making that right turn here in a sec. And let's keep slowing. First time landing at John Wayne in the Longitude. Let's just hope I do. 19 miles, 4,800 feet. Let's increase our descent rate slightly. Start slowing as well. I'm not quite ready to do another notch of flaps because 2 notches of flaps in the Longitude results in permanent landing gear alert, which I'm sure you can understand why I don't want to do that. It's fun watching the ForeFlight app and seeing where I am, you know, in terms of it being almost my house. Beautiful view right there of the Santa Ana River, running all the way down to the coast. There's somebody on final right there. Given that I now know that someone is on final, I'm going to slow us down a little bit. Uh-oh. What's going on here? This isn't... Oh, I see what's wrong. Going to be flying in under the glide slope just perfectly. Let's go ahead and switch this over to nav 1. Almost might overshoot this a little bit, but we're going to do full flap or two notches of flaps in our gear now. Looking good. There's this guy though. Shit. Slow us down. Full flaps. We're going to come in right behind this guy, damn it. See if we can slow us down as much as is practicable. Just so we don't come flying up his butt. Oh, I love it. Santiago Oaks Regional Park, one of my favorite places on Earth. I'm trying to go as slow as possible just to give adequate spacing to that guy on final in front of me. Hopefully he can land and get his butt off the runway, but I don't know. There he is. This could be really tight. I can't go any slower. I can't go any slower. Ugh. I'm just monitoring our AOA right here. Don't want that getting anywhere close to red. Yeah, we're on final now. If that guy in front of us can land and get on his butt off the runway, then there won't be a problem. He's probably a good 2-3 miles in front of us. So in the real world, that wouldn't be a problem. But if this is some simmer or some guy that won't get off the runway in time, then it could be a problem. See our CDI right here. Moving nicely to line us up. So we're looking really good. So yeah, we are landing with a tailwind, a slight tailwind, 4 knots. This is not uncommon that where the winds are like this, they still wouldn't have us approach from the ocean side because the area under the airport approach path is very ritzy, and they don't like planes flying low and slow and loud. Oh, that guy's doing a go around. Look, you see? He's doing a go around. Good. That reduces my anxiety a little. Keep our airspeed about 149 now. We'll go ahead and disconnect the auto throttle now. Okay, there's nobody behind us, and that guy who was on final did a missed approach. So it's not clear to me why he did. Might have been traffic in front of him. We're still waiting to intercept the glide slope, however. Okay, so just keep that in mind. This is shallow water descent rate. Kind of force it to intercept. Come on, come on. Dummy, forgot to turn on EPPR. It's okay. We remembered in time, and now we got GS, so we're good. Okay, going slower than I want to because I disconnected the auto throttle, so we'll recalibrate the auto throttle, or recalibrate the throttle there, actually.
3 mile final runway 20 right.
Looking really good. Yeah, poppies right there, 2 whites, 2 reds, so we're exactly where we want to be. Reconfirm gear is down, full flaps, landing lights are on. Oh, I've never seen that angle before. Nice. $500.
500.
Autopilot.
Autopilot.
Okay, I have the airplane. Pop up. We're gonna have to stick this landing, friends, because it's short runway and I don't want to run out. Pass over the 405 here. Just a moment. Interstate 405. Whoa, 4 reds. It's okay. Stick it. Why is there... Oh, I see. Stick it. Beautiful. Wow. That was great. That may have been one of my best landings ever in the Longitude. Oh, man. I can't believe it. I didn't even have to go to the end of the runway. Wow. It's the luck of your home airport. Wow. I can't believe it. I mean, that was as good as... That was incredible. Okay, let's go outside real fast. Bring those spoilers in. See these right here? Bring those in. And we'll bring our flaps in as well. Okay. Man, okay. Landing lights are off, taxi lights on, pulse lights off, and don't need to be quite so high. Contact ground. Taxi to parking. It's a short drive to parking, just right over here. 0.3 of a mile. Wow. Man, this was a exciting flight for a lot of reasons. Chief among them was that landing. That was a very good landing. I don't mean to. I'm the first to admit when I have a bad one, but that seemed pretty good to me. And secondly, this is the first time I not only A, inputted my flight plan manually, but B, even more astonishingly, actually modified the flight plan in flight. It's the first time I've ever done that. Hopefully give me some added confidence to do that in the future when it's necessary. I think I'm only probably a few steps away from actually inputting my flight plan into the Garmin itself in the plane, as opposed to doing it on the setup page. In other words, do it at least roughly approximate the actual process by which a flight plan is entered into an FMS, into a flight management system. But this was fantastic. And look at this. I mean, from startup for this video to parking is going to be less than 40 minutes for this whole flight. What a nice way to get from San Diego to Orange County. I mean, wheels up to wheels down. Let's not forget our timer here. I almost did. Wheels up to wheels down, 26 minutes. Even less than that, because we landed a few minutes ago, or maybe, 2 minutes ago? Oh, man. The weird thing that happened on this was that strange freeze, that strange stutter that happened. It was very significant, alarmingly so. I don't know what that was all about. Okay. We're going to do this. Turn here. I see the guy. Boy, it's so much more pleasant to fly in daylight hours. You can actually see stuff. Okay, here he is. Telling me to go left. Look, you can actually see the shadow of the rudder turning. That's amazing. Almost. Come on, you don't want me to keep going left, do you? There we go. Beautiful. Wow. Well, this one couldn't have gone better. Oh, I never did turn off the EPU, though. That was a screw up. Oh, well. Anyway, that's a minor one. Okay. Let's go ahead and kill our taxi light, and then we'll kill our engines gently. Ooh, I did forget to depressurize. Better late than never. Would have been awkward to open the door if I hadn't done that. Gen's off. And that's it. I don't know if I got my taxi light off or not. I did. Yeah, I did. Anyway, it doesn't matter because our batteries are done. All right, that's it. Let's go outside and take one last look at the girl. Got 19 seconds for our 40-minute episode. Oh, good God. Love this game. All right, friends. Welcome to John Wayne, Orange County. Local time, 4:30 p.m. Have a good one.